Bon Crowder with math4.com. Math is not a four-letter word. Here talking about least common multiples and greatest common factors and something really kind of nifty about those. So we're going to start with the numbers 210 and 165. So we want to find the greatest common factor and the least common multiple of both of those. So I'm going to start with factoring. So 210 is 10 times 21. This is 5 times 2 and 3 times 7. And then 165 is a 5 goes in there 5 times. Does that make sense? No. 5 goes into, that's 3. That is 33 times. I was wondering because I previously had factored this darn thing and I needed an 11. How am I going to get 11 out of 35? I don't know. Okay, so 33, that makes more sense. So this is 3, and there's my 11 that I planned. So we have 210, and I like to line everybody up. So I have 2, 3, 5, and 7, and those are all multiplied. And then 165 is 3 and 5, and then there's an 11 that I need to hang out here. So I need some little squirrely lines here to separate, since this is my 11. And then I notice when I do my greatest common factor, I want to take only the things in common. So that's this guy and this guy. So my greatest common factor is 3 times 5, which is 15. Wah. And then for my least common multiple, I take everything. If they're in common, I take only one representation, and if they're not, and if they don't have a common one, I just make sure to grab one. So I have a 2, I have a 3, I have a 5, I have a 7, and I have 11. 2, 3, 5, 7, and 11. And I know that's 210 times 11, so that's 0, 1, 3, 2, 2310, because I know how to multiply 11s. A totally other post that I haven't done yet, but I will. So this is my least common multiple. The neat thing is that if I take 210 and multiply it by 165, so I have, I'll just hang a 0 off the end, 165 plus 10, 12, 13, so 5, 6, 4, 3. Now I don't know if that arithmetic is correct because I haven't done this yet. If that arithmetic is correct, then it should be the same as if I multiply the least common multiple times the greatest common factor. How about we use the right letters? So if I take 2310 and multiply it by 15, I should get this number. If I didn't, something went wrong somewhere. So 5 times 0 is 0, that's 5, that's 15, 10, 11. And then 0, 1, 3, 2, 5, 6, 4, 3. Yes, I love it. So if you'll notice, though, the reason why this works is because we've taken one representative of everything that is or is not in common for the least common multiple, and then all the strays that are in common go into the greatest common factor. So that's why this works. So you can teach this as a checking method. So avoid that whole back of the book thing that's just destructive, and go for teaching, if you want to find the least common factor, the least common multiple, and the greatest common factor, to check your work, multiply the two numbers, and then multiply the least common multiple and the greatest common factor. And if they're the same, then looks like you're pretty much on the right track. This is Bon Crowder with math4.com reminding you that math is not a four-letter word.